Hey, yo, volver. Voy a volver ahorita. Voy a volver ahorita. No, 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 no. That's English. That's it. Not Spanish English right now, right? That's in a few decades. But like, so back into the idea of the first video and back into the idea of the second video and back into that vision crossing through that it's English. Okay? So, okay. And English it's exactly that. Why do you connect your brain to draw in different ideas and different mindsets and yo different ideas. The guys who have a writing inside of urban land economies have one idea. The guy who have a right that black boy have another idea. Those two those two are two ideas, right? Well, let me got that again. Let me got that again. Today I like to do movementation, right? Those two are two different guys who have two different ideas about words and who have two different forms to write, forms to express, forms to pass to me those ideas. And so like they can spoke to you some ideas and then can spoke with me different idea, and those are who they are. This is one guy, that's another guy. And they have a B writing about this in a moment of life. That don't mean he don't have another things going on around, right? And maybe those things you can catch here too. When they still with the main focus, he's right about economy. Those guys who in this book, they have the way to talk to. They haven't been consistent and focused on this goal, but have another things go around too. And like they have a right that focus on thing and writing that right, but that don't means you cannot see other things going and around with this book. And with both books, you gotta like idea, you gotta knowledge, and 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 what and what and with those books, you got different man ideas, you got different narratives, right? You got a different uh, roots of ideas growing and since the first page and give those delicious fruits on the next chapters to end those books. You understand what I said? Like they will give like real like the main idea you gotta find when you read the 100 pages of this book. The main idea you got when you read the 100 pages of this book, and when you do that, you understand what the author expressing to you. Even if you don't know too much English, you can understand the vocabulary, you can understand a few words, you can put that in phrase together and mix them now. You can understand that separate in the chapter 1, the chapter 2, on the chapter, oh my bad. Different chapters, right? On the chapter 1, on the chapter 2, on the chapter 3, on the chapter 4, and it's still going. So like what I'm saying about that is to understand like has different chapters, and those chapters have different vocabularies speaking different and branches of the same idea, root that on the same idea. And the main idea here it's economics, the main idea here it's a black boy, and right in different states, different cities, different times, right? and you understand that. But that happen why? Because your brain. And of course, it's important you take care of your brain. That's why I want to start that and bring in some books, but also uh, bring some books, but also like thinking about what they're saying to us, right? And uh, so hidden phrase then and still with the main idea, right? When you still with the main idea, when you still with the main words, those words in time will like show up for us in different ideas. May these books speak about homes. May this book here speak about homes, right? If this book here speak about homes and this book speak about homes too, I can understand what is home. I can understand what is home for a black boy. I can understand what is home for economies, but I cannot forget it's me who are inside this home and who are actively doing things inside this home and show up to this word and show up to this word inside those homes. So look at we have one word, the home, the house, right? The territory, the land. We have the home. We got this home. And this home, this figurative language, right? This abecedário, it's present here and also present here. But we have a different knowledge and different interpretations about home, the same word with different authors and totally different ideas of book. One it's like more like for study, other it's like speaking about one history, right? So like it's different context, but both you can understand. And why I'm saying that again, because your brain, pay attention to your brain, take care of your brain. And if you see what is in your brain, what let you speak your mouth in the language, and the language, the mouth to speak, the heats to ear to listen, no. And like when you think about it, you need to take care of going on and going out with your mind. Because if your mind drove us in the first video, in the second video, let us read that, let us read that too. Like you need to understand and have this comprehensive mode in your active daily routines, how you take care of your brains. Because if you listen, everyone, or if you just like hug what everyone is saying to you, example, if you just like adopt what everyone is saying to you, for example, you not show up for this word truly being you because you're just being what the other people are saying to you to be. Now, if you be someone who truly let you get a book and read and understand that well, if you be the person who like get those books, get two books different and do two different times, two different authors, two different perspectives of life, and read them and be able to really like understand what the phrases are saying, what the book are expressing, right? You will understand uh, two different two different people views, and not just English. Again, I want to back to those ideas. It's not just English. It's not just the country of United States or the country of England or the country in New Zealand, but it's the country about who truly those people are. And if you understand this truly also those people are, maybe start a question about yourself. Who am truly when? Who I truly when, right? So you'll be able to like, okay, I want to be my best, right? And I may be my best is not adopt everyone, but may to be able to understand what behind, then will bring to me something good to my construction, right? So it's I love about that, and like when you think about that, think about construction, back to your brain, back to your brain, right? Back to your brain. So again, the idea of the video one, the idea of the video two, here or now the video three. What are we speaking about? The language, about me, about you, and how we interplay in this world. That words, may words I can find in this book, may words I can find in those books, but they express 100% different things. And even with that, you can understand. Even if I speak Portuguese, English, or Spanish, I can understand behind those words has humans, humans with failures, humans with achievements too, humans with success too, humans who have a being in construction of something and get it done, right? So like if you understand that, we understand like we truly can get things is not just English, but it's what is behind that. And what is behind this camera? Who it's you? Who is in front of this camera? Who it's me? Who it's my brain? How I show up? Remember what I'm saying about the first, the second video? The connections your brain do and waves then do. So let's me back to that. Let me back to that right now. We have the brain learning English. They start create a rule about English. Say hi, thank you, hello, please, and create this connection. May you know that speaks that in Spanish too. Alright, but your brain you create another way. And we like start to root that, right? And you start to say hola, por favor, gracias, ¿qué tal? Boom. And again, another way, but it's different ways, right? It's our different ways. Come from different parts or branch have understood, come from many different books, okay? Like, you have a listen please here, and here you have a listen thank you. You have a listen gracias aquí, and here you have a listen por favor. And you understand that. You see, so the things start like change. And if you still go in this way, you start perceive who I am. Who I am. So the words nothing more are than two ways to make your brain create new ways to see the world, to understand who is you and who is the other person. This person makes a person of economics, but this person is made a black boy. Those persons speak about homes. And who I am. I'm a person at home. I'm a person who is a black boy, interesting, and read a book about a black boy. I'm a person who come to United States to do dollar, and reading about a person who do dollar, who work with economics, right? So you see, we start like in that, you just show up and you start reading. So like, don't be shy about reading English or try to understand. It's slowly, day by day, you know, you start like reading those ideas and understand, like you can really understand. So that's the first part I want to show up to you. And to finish, I bring another book, back into the idea we doing roots in your brain to show up, right? And those roots, it's like a seed, and they help us to grow up, help us to take our actions, to walk with your legs, right? To talk with your words, and to with your brains be who you want to see in the word be what you want to see the word being too, right? So if you do that, right, if you understand that, if you understand, you have your brain, you understand you need to like take care of the words you spoke out to. And that what I'm saying to you guys, I bring you those books because I want not just spoken words by myself, but works I have a listen who with guys who already have a constructed things in life, right? And if I take example that book here, it's about Obatala. Obatala, in few words, it's divinity. Uh, people may you call also Allah. It's the people who use white. So why you always guys me see me white, using white, right? And it's because this guy Obatala, it's a worship done to Allah, to the guys of white clothes. So if you see a lot of people walking with white clothes in groups, made because they are prized of Allah. Money, they are prized of Obatala. So I got just any part of this book just to read, guys, with you, and again to show me up. One of the ways, the why and ways I want to learn English is to also understand my spirituality and the roots they have in the word. How other people have studied, how other people have practiced that, how other people show up in this new world we are on the 21st century, on 2020, 50, 2025, like 2050, it's a long way, but like, and how they are, like who you cross this time, how you pass this time, and how you're being to be, how we're able to be who we want to be, how you became good with that, right? So English for me is not like just English, or United States for me is not just United States, but I know how behind that saying, behind the flag, people who use white clothes, and may do their prayers, and may they still connect with God, they still connect with divinity, and they have wrote books talking about that. They have wrote books speaking about his life, how the brain talk with the other persons, how the brains talk with other humans, how they separate I and how they separate you, like how they see that, and how like they connect that, they connect the I, they connect you, they connect he, they connect she, like they do the network, and again just do that conversation. So if I understand that real, like I am getting able to really like just be with those people, but that's because I'm show up, that's because I put to me myself to prove. And when I say to prove, it's not like, oh, I need proof, I need best for this. That's no, like, let me prove that. Let me be that, right? So I think that's why the Latinos come here too, like, let me be there and let me show I know how to be here too, like, so and I like to be here in the United States, I like to be here in California, I like to be with people speaking English, talking about price, talking about spirituality, and how that make they work, how make that they study, how that make them take care of the family, how make that they do the business, like, so let me gather here a real clue. That paragraph here look good. That paragraph here look good. Let me get that. Those who develop a good character are often described as wearing white clothes, which means creating purity and spiritual elevation in the world. Look at that, bro. I never had to think about one day the United States, California, reading about people who want what? Create purity and spiritual elevation. Right? Let's keep that in the word. The collective impact of those who weave white clothes is the entering into a state of mystical union with the chief of the source of white clothes, who is called Obatala. So they are saying who represent the white clothes, who use the white clothes. I want to have a say to you, it's Obatala. This is true for everyone, even those who worship other Orisha. If a scripture is clear, suggests that out of the Orisha exists an extension of power of consciousness that is created by a shepherd of Obatala. For those who are initiated into a war, Obatala mysteries of sheaf of white clothes, is expected that they will take the responsibility of setting a good example as a whole model and community. Most initiates who receive the Asher power of battle are given strict taboos regarding dreams, the use of full language, the needs for cleanliness, and the expectation of high moral conduct. Those taboos are not considered as a form of punishment. Taboos are designed to prove guidance for the initiate as they continually search for the inner secret of good character. Guidelines are used as a way of recognition when the poor choice have been made. If it's the only through effective self-evaluation. Look at that part. Through effective self-evaluation can real grow occur. Okay. I don't go too much. Alright, just remember here the part you have a read. I have a read in the first book speak about growth. While the guy finished here speaking, evaluation, self-evaluation can real grow occur. Again, the same word. The first book of the first okay English video, alright, speak about grow. The third video, okay English speaking, right, like speak about grow. Again, different people, different mindset speaking about something. But when I understand that, and then when I understand those two speaking about something who's grow, I can understand how those two people connect with those things and develop those things in real life, right? So what these people you make with grow, what that people you make with grow, and how they grow while they try and grow, right? That's a grow for me. Hey, but okay, let's stop playing with the words and focus. And what he say here is another very important part before he said grow, effective self